Archangel Michael is holding back something dark right now, but he can't keep it away forever. You have 3 minutes left to accept his shielding or let it reach you unprotected. In this very moment, the heavens are trembling with activity. The gates of the unseen world are stirring, and Archangel Michael himself stands at the threshold as a warrior, holding back a tide of darkness that seeks permission to break forth. He is not idle. He is not silent. He is pressing his shield against the advancing shadow, delaying its arrival by divine order, because the appointed time is not yet complete. But hear this with trembling. The time of delay is short. The countdown has already begun, and what you choose in these next moments will determine if you stand under his shield or face the storm uncovered. This message is not released for every ear. It is not scattered on the winds for all to hear. It is reserved for those whose spirits already quiver with unease, for the sensitive, the watchful, the chosen ones who feel the weight in the atmosphere though they cannot explain it. If you are hearing this and your soul bears witness, know that you are one of those selected to hear heaven's urgent call. You are not stumbling across these words by accident. You have been marked to receive this warning. The darkness that presses forward is not ordinary. It is not a trial of flesh and blood, nor a storm of human hands. It is a spiritual force that moves like a swelling wave, eager to invade, eager to consume, eager to break through the veil. But heaven, in mercy, has stationed Michael as the restrainer for a time. Yet he cannot withhold forever, for divine law governs all things, and what is decreed must eventually manifest. There is a condition to be kept safe under this shield. It is not striving in the flesh. It is not loudness, nor frantic action. It is silence. It is obedience. It is stillness before God. For those who stand still under heaven's command will be covered. Those who resist, who scorn, who ignore, will be exposed to the weight of what comes. Hear the urgency now. Not tomorrow, not another hour. You have 3 minutes, and the clock of heaven does not delay. What is written, and what is appointed cannot be undone. This is the hour of choosing, the shield or exposure, divine covering or unguarded assault. Type "I receive the shield" in the comments if this word pierces your spirit. Blessing code 717 is now surrounding you. Hear now, for the voice of heaven stirs. Archangel Michael, the mighty warrior of God, stands in this hour not as a distant figure of Scripture, but as the living defender, stationed at the gate of your life. He is the appointed sword-bearer, the one who drives back the chaos of hell's design, the one who stands when all others fall, the one who shields with fire those who cry out for mercy. Even now, he is invoking his command, spreading his wings over the chosen, covering those who cling to the name of the Lord with unshakable faith. But mark this moment. It is not an endless season of safety. It is not an indefinite protection. In less than 3 minutes, the unseen veil will either cover you or expose you. The shield will either descend or it will lift. You are standing in the razor-thin line between divine covering and raw exposure, and every second that passes brings you closer to the final moment of decision. The clock of eternity is ticking, and it will not stop for hesitation. Why now? Why you? Why this sudden call from heaven that echoes like a trumpet blast in your soul? Because the darkness that presses out the edge of the veil is not casual, not random, not harmless. It is targeted. It is intentional. It is seeking those unguarded, those who walk unaware, those who scoff at the warning. Yet, for those with trembling hearts, for those who feel the shift in the air and the restlessness of their spirit, heaven is opening a way of escape. This word has been dispatched not to the multitudes, but to the remnant, the awakened, the watchful, the ones marked in heaven's registry. Do you feel it? The unease that has followed you, the restless stirring in your chest, the sense that something unseen is watching, pressing, approaching. That is not imagination. That is the whisper of the spirit. That is the pull of the unseen realm. That is heaven confirming that you are being summoned into alignment before the shadow can cross. Hear this warning clearly. Heaven does not repeat itself. When the trumpet sounds, it does not echo endlessly. It is one sound, one call, one summons. This message is not given lightly. It is not scattered like careless seed. It is precise. It is surgical. It is heaven knocking at your door once, and only once. If you delay, if you hesitate, if you treat this as a passing word, the shield will not hold you. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword. His stance is firm. The fire of God's authority courses through his being as he restrains what strains to break forth. Yet even Michael, mighty as he is, operates under the timing of the Almighty. His hand is strong, but it will not resist beyond what heaven has ordained. And so you stand here, caught between mercy and exposure, with seconds slipping by. You must choose. You must decide. Will you stand under the shield or outside of it? Will you bow your head in stillness, obedience, and reverence? Or will you run in noise, in distraction, in pride? Heaven does not negotiate. Heaven declares. The choice is yours, and the time is brief. So I speak to your spirit now. Awake. Listen. Respond. This is your hour of covering. The wings of Michael are stretched forth, but only for the obedient, only for the humble, only for the surrendered. The shadow strains to cross, but the shield is still lifted, for now. This is not fear speaking, it is truth. This is not threat, it is invitation. The Lord himself is calling, and Michael stands as the warrior of that call. Hear it and move quickly, for the last seconds are before you. Type I am covered if you feel the urgency of this call. Blessing Ode 1444 is now activated over your life. Even now, there are whispers moving across the spirit realm, soft, unsettling, almost untraceable. You have felt them in the stillness of the night, in the sudden heaviness of the day, in moments when the air itself seemed thicker than usual. It is not your imagination. It is not coincidence. The unseen world is stirring, and the sensitive ones can feel it in their bones. A pressing, a pull, a disturbance just beneath the surface. It is a soundless alarm ringing in the depths of your soul. People sense danger but cannot name it. They sense turbulence yet cannot trace its source. Something in the atmosphere feels unsettled, and though the natural world appears ordinary, the spirit testifies that something extraordinary is shifting. Watchers in the shadows move in silence, unseen yet active, preparing, planning, pressing forward with an intent that is cloaked but real. They observe, they wait, they circle, but they cannot yet strike because Michael's shield holds them at bay. And yet, this creates a greater tension in your spirit. You feel unsettled because while you cannot see their faces, you know their eyes are upon you. While you cannot trace their steps, you know their movements surround you. It is a shadowed surveillance, a silent stalking. You sense it, but you cannot prove it. This is why your nights have been restless, why your thoughts have been heavy, why your spirit has been trembling, though you could not put it into words. Listen carefully. The unrest in your soul is not weakness. It is discernment. It is heaven warning you that the unseen battle is already circling your life. The reason you feel disrupted, the reason you feel watched, is because you are marked. The enemy does not trouble what is not a threat. The enemy does not agitate those who are already his. You feel the pull because you are chosen, because you are called, because your very existence is a danger to the kingdom of darkness. Do not dismiss these whispers as random thoughts. They are not empty echoes. They are signals. They are warnings. They are heaven's gentle tug, pulling you closer to truth. And yet, they are also provocations from the enemy, who wants to plant suspicion and unrest so that you question your safety, your faith, your covering. The turbulence you feel is real, but the source is deeper than you know. Who stands behind the sudden shift? Who pulls the strings of this invisible drama? This is the mystery. What you must know is this: there is more at play than meets the eye. The disturbance is not born in flesh and blood. It is born in the hidden chambers of the spirit. It is born in plots that have been whispered long before this moment. And now, like smoke rising before fire, you sense the forerunner of what presses forward. Heaven allows you to feel it so that you cannot remain in ignorance. Heaven shakes your spirit so that you cannot grow complacent. Heaven unsettles you so that you will prepare. Yes, your heart trembles, but do not confuse trembling with defeat. Your trembling is awareness. Your trembling is sensitivity. Your trembling is proof that you are awake while others are asleep. And it is only the awake who will hear this warning, only the awake who will respond in time, only the awake who will find refuge under Michael's shield. The mystery presses in. The unease grows stronger. The shadows creep closer. Yet the shield still holds, for now. The choice remains before you. Will you step under it, or will you remain outside of it? The watchers wait for your hesitation. Do not give them what they seek. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if this word burns in your spirit. Blessing code 1122 is now surrounding you. Beloved, as this word reaches your spirit, I must tell you something deeply important. Every time you stand with us in this mission, you are not just supporting a voice. You are sowing into a harvest of souls. Each super thanks, each membership, and every PayPal gift is like oil poured into the lamp of heaven's light, keeping this fire burning so others can escape the shadows too. The word says, the one who sows to the Spirit will reap life everlasting. And when you give, you are literally releasing rivers of life into places you may never see with your eyes, but will rejoice over in eternity. I hear heaven declaring, what you release in faith, I will multiply in souls. This is why I say to you now, let your act of giving be prophetic, urgent, a holy response to what you have just received. Those who sow into this word will be blessed as participants in the covering it carries. Your seed is your shield. Your gift is your agreement with heaven's mission. The links are in the description. YouTube Super Thanks, membership, and PayPal. Do not delay. Act with holy boldness now. Hear this clearly. What presses against you in this hour is not a natural storm. It is not the rise and fall of ordinary troubles. It is not the hand of man nor the consequence of coincidence. This pressure is spiritual. This resistance is born of ancient shadows, moving beneath the surface, attempting to halt what heaven has decreed for you. And yet, do not let fear grip your heart, for heaven would not unveil this mystery unless it had already ordained your victory. Those chosen for elevation must always pass through shadow before they stand in light. The moment of breakthrough always carries the scent of battle. The birth of destiny is always surrounded by opposition. You are not being pressed because you are weak. You are being pressed because you are marked. You are not under attack because you are forgotten. You are under attack because you are remembered in heaven's registry. The enemy sees the seal of divine appointment upon your life, and so he stirs, and so he schemes, and so he presses against you in desperation. Do not be deceived into thinking this resistance is proof of your failure. It is the opposite. It is evidence that you carry within you the flame the enemy cannot extinguish. The warfare is not random. It is targeted. It is precise. It is strategic, because your life is dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. Every time you choose obedience, you pierce the veil of shadow. Every time you whisper prayer in your weakness, you summon angelic armies into motion. Every time you lift your eyes to heaven, you shake the foundations of the unseen world. And heaven has not missed a single tear. Heaven has not overlooked a single cry. The scroll of your life has been written in detail, and the Almighty watches with unwavering gaze. Every sigh you released in exhaustion, every silent plea you thought no one heard, every sacrifice you made when no one was watching, all of it has been recorded. Michael does not fight alone. He fights with your prayers as weapons, with your faith as fuel, with your obedience as the shield that allows him to stand. So see this darkness not as destruction, but as divine testing and preparation. The fire you feel is not sent to consume you, but to refine you. The shadow you face is not permission for defeat, but the stage for elevation. Heaven is not allowing this pressure to crush you, but to awaken in you the authority you did not know you carry. What is being pressed against you is only proof of what is rising within you. Yes, the watchers circle. Yes, the storm gathers. Yes, the whispers in the night seek to unsettle you. But hear the truth, they would not gather if you were not destined. They would not stir if you were not advancing. They would not fight if you were not about to ascend. The fact that Michael must restrain such pressure is evidence of the magnitude of what rests upon your life. So lift your eyes and frame this moment rightly. You are not abandoned. You are appointed. You are not cursed. You are called. You are not under attack because you are forgotten, but because you are favored. Heaven watches, Michael shields, the Lord decrees, and this moment of shadow is but the passage into greater light. Do not run. Do not faint. Stand still and know that you are chosen for such a time as this. The conflict is not punishment, it is proof. The resistance is not rejection, it is confirmation. The shaking is not abandonment, it is preparation. Heaven's eyes are upon you, and the shield of Michael still holds. Type "I am marked for victory" in the comments if this word confirms your spirit. Blessing code 1717 is now covering you. The hour has come when I must tell you the truth without veil, without hesitation. What Michael restrains right now cannot be held back forever. The force that presses against the shield is like a storm swelling on the horizon. Clouds dark and violent, winds screaming to be released, waves crashing with fury against the boundaries of heaven's decree. It strains, it groans, it pushes at the edges of divine restraint. And hear me clearly, The moment heaven lifts its hand, it will come forth with power, and it will not wait for your readiness. The restraint of Michael is not a casual defense. It is an act of mercy. He has stood with sword drawn, his fiery wings extended, holding back a flood that longs to break through. But even Michael, mighty as he is, does not operate outside the timing of the Most High. The countdown is already set. The minutes and seconds are already measured. You are living inside a divine window, a narrowing corridor of grace, and once it closes, it will not open again. Within hours, within days, yes, in the very near future, the pressure will attempt to break through. It is already swelling, already rising, already shaking against the walls of restraint. Heaven has decreed a delay, but not a cancellation. This is why you feel the intensity growing, why the atmosphere feels heavier, why your spirit cannot rest. You are sensing the weight of what strains to come forth. I will not tell you the exact form it will take, for mystery is part of heaven's design. The shadows approach in silence, float concealed, veiled in secrecy, so that only the watchful, only the surrendered, only the covered will endure. But I will tell you this. When it comes, it will test your alignment. When it comes, it will expose who stood under the shield and who chose to walk unguarded. This is why urgency pounds within my words. Do not think tomorrow will wait for you. Do not believe you can delay this decision. You are already in the countdown, and every moment that passes draws you closer to unveiling. When the restraint lifts, when the pressure breaks through, there will be no second invitation, no repeated warning, no whispered reminder. Heaven is merciful, but heaven is exact. Picture it now, the storm that has been withheld, the shadow that has been restrained, pressing against Michael's shield with relentless force. His arms are steady, his stance unshaken, but he feels the strain. The command from heaven has not yet released him, but soon it will. The gate will open. The pressing will spill forth, and those without covering will face it naked, unguarded, vulnerable to the storm. This is not spoken to make you fear, but to awaken you. It is not to paralyze you, but to shake you into decision. You cannot fight this in your flesh. You cannot reason with it, nor resist it with human strength. It is spiritual, and only those who align spiritually will stand. So take these words as a trumpet blast, a divine alarm that shakes the slumbering heart. Michael still restrains. A shield still holds. The window still remains open. But not for long. The countdown is not imaginary. It is real, it is exact, it is irreversible. Step under the covering while you still can. Type "I will not be left uncovered" in the comments if you hear this word. Blessing code 2020 now surrounds you. Now, beloved soul, as the storm presses and the countdown narrows, heaven does not leave you without instructions. The shield of Michael is not random. It is not scattered. It is precise, deliberate, and accessible to those who follow the divine pattern. The word is clear. Be still. Do not run. Heaven shields when you do not fight in the flesh. You must silence the noise around you. Silence the fear. Silence the panic. Silence the restless wandering of your thoughts. In the silence, the shield descends. For silence is not weakness, but weapon. Silence is not emptiness, but alignment. Heaven instructs you to be still because the shield is drawn by obedience, not by chaos. In the stillness, Michael's wings expand. In the quiet surrender, the sword of fire stands between you and the pressing shadow. Do not let your flesh rise in rebellion. Do not let your tongue release words of doubt, fear, or anger. Every word you release in panic strengthens the enemy's claim. But every whisper of prayer, every breath of surrender, every silent bow of obedience strengthens the shield above you. Your covering is not secured by noise, but by surrender. It is not claimed by struggle, but by yielding. Listen carefully now. Heaven is calling you into a holy posture. Bow your heart. Whisper your trust. Withdraw from the noise of distraction. Let your spirit dwell in peace, even as the storm gathers. Do not resist with flesh, for flesh cannot battle what is spirit. The unseen armies do not respond to your human strength. They respond to your surrender. And in that surrender, heaven fights for you. Say to yourself, even now, the shield is mine if I yield. The covering is mine if I bow. The protection is mine if I obey. Let these affirmations anchor your soul. Let them rise like fire in your spirit, for the storm may roar, but the shield of Michael will not fail those who remain under it. Yes, the watchers circle. Yes, the shadow grows restless. Yes, the pressing grows louder. But none of these can breach the covering of heaven. None of these can pierce the shield that descends over the obedient. You are safe not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. You are covered not because of your fight, but because of your yielding. You are shielded because heaven has chosen to cloak you, and Michael has been dispatched to guard your life. So breathe deeply. Let peace anchor your trembling heart. For though the storm strains to be released, you are hidden under the wings of divine fire. You are covered by the one who wars on heaven's behalf. You are unseen by the watchers, hidden from their gaze, untouchable beneath the flaming shield. Stand still. Stay silent. Yield completely. For the shield is yours if you do not resist it. And in the stillness, heaven fights for you. Type "I yield to the shield" in the comments if you are ready to receive this covering. Blessing code 3030 is now activated. Hear me now. The moment of trembling must give way to the moment of rising. You are no longer who you once were. The shadow that strains against the shield cannot overpower the light awakening within you. For too long, you may have believed yourself small, fragile, forgotten. But heaven has revealed through this battle that you are not a victim. You are chosen. You are not weak. You are marked. And the very resistance pressing against you is proof that your transformation has already begun. The enemy has tried to convince you that your trembling is defeat, that your fear is failure, that your restlessness means you are falling apart. But I tell you the truth. It is not the sign of your ending, but the signal of your becoming. The fire of God is awakening in you. The wings of your spirit are unfolding. The elevation you were destined for is already rising within. You have been pressed, but not crushed. You have been shaken, but not destroyed. You have been surrounded, but never forsaken. Every attack against you has only revealed your hidden strength. The darkness would not strain so violently against Michael's shield if you were not dangerous to its kingdom. You are not attacked because you are weak. You are attacked because you carry the light that can't be extinguished. You are attacked because the very ground you walk on is shifting under your feet, making room for your elevation. You are attacked because heaven has already whispered your name among the ranks of the chosen. See yourself differently now. See the wings of light unfurling from your back, stretching into the expanse. See the flame of destiny igniting within your chest, burning brighter than the shadows around you. See the crown of authority already being shaped upon your head, forged in the fire of your trials. What you once thought was breaking you has only been building you. What you once thought was ending you has only been shaping you. Do not despise the struggle, for the struggle has birthed your strength. Do not curse the darkness, for the darkness has revealed your light. Do not mourn the resistance, for the resistance has proven your authority. You stand now at the threshold of becoming, and the shield of Michael is not only protection, it is the announcement that heaven has invested in your destiny. The victim narrative ends here. You are no longer the one running from shadow. You are the one rising above it. You are no longer the trembling one in the night. You are the light that makes shadows flee. You are no longer begging for covering. You are clothed in divine fire. This battle is not meant to define you as weak. It is meant to prove you as chosen. So rise in your spirit. Rise in your mind. Rise in your heart. Declare within yourself, I am not the same. I am transformed. I am shielded. I am chosen. The darkness may press, but it cannot claim you. The storm may rage, but it cannot drown you. The watchers may circle, but they cannot touch you. Heaven has shifted you from trembling into triumph, from victimhood into victory, from silence into rising glory. Type I am rising in the comments if you feel this transformation stirring within you. Blessing node 4141 is now ignited in your life. Now hear the deeper truth, for heaven does nothing without revelation. The reason this battle surrounds you, the reason Michael restrains the shadow, the reason you feel the urgency in your spirit is not random. It is divine repositioning. Heaven is moving you. Heaven is unlocking you. Heaven is ushering you into the next level of your destiny. This pressing is not punishment, it is confirmation. This shadow is not rejection, it is recognition. It is proof that you are standing at the threshold of promotion. The turbulence in your life has been heaven's way of shaking you loose from the old places, pulling you out of what no longer serves your calling, and thrusting you into what has already been written about you in eternity. The trials you have faced are not wasted. The tears you have shed are not ignored. The betrayals, the losses, the nights of loneliness, they are all markings of those who are destined for greater elevation. Heaven has seen every detail, and none of it has been in vain. These very wounds are the proof of your authority. These very scars are the ink with which heaven has signed your name into the registry of the chosen. And hear this now, your name is already written. Your name is already recorded in heaven's book. Your destiny has already been decreed. The battle is not meant to destroy you, but to prepare you to walk in the fullness of what is already yours. You are not waiting for heaven to decide. Heaven has already decided. The enemy rages because he knows what is coming. The shadows press because they sense the unveiling of your authority. The storm swells because your elevation cannot be delayed much longer. This revelation is not given to the multitudes. It is not broadcast carelessly. It is whispered to the chosen, to those trembling in spirit, to those who feel the unease because their destiny is too great to remain asleep. If you are hearing this, It is because heaven has included you in the remnant who are being repositioned, even now. So take courage, for the pressing proves the promise. Take strength, for the storm proves your significance. Take peace, for the trembling in your spirit is heaven's confirmation that you are already marked for greater. The dark is not here to consume you. It is here to announce you. The shadow does not come to bury you. It comes to reveal that your light has been seen. This is your prophetic revelation. You are not at the end. You are at the unveiling. You are not in loss. You are in transition. You are not forgotten. You are chosen for the unlocking of your next level. Type "I receive my next level" in the comments if this revelation has pierced your soul. Blessing code 5252 is now upon you. Beloved, if this revelation has touched your spirit, I urge you to act not just for yourself, but for others who still wonder uncovered. Every time you sow into this mission, through Super Thanks, YouTube membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are not giving to a man, you are sowing into eternity. You are placing oil into the lamp of heaven's fire so that more souls can awaken before the storm breaks. The Lord says, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." Your giving becomes a prophetic act, a weapon of light, a seed that multiplies into protection for countless lives. I declare to you now, your gift will not return void. It will echo in eternity, and heaven will mark you as a laborer in this mission of light. Act now with urgency. Do not wait. Release your seed and watch as the heavens open over your life. Now, beloved soul, the time for passive hearing is over. Heaven is not merely speaking to you. Heaven is demanding your response. The shield of Michael is extended, but it will not force itself upon you. The covering of heaven is available, but it will not chase you. It is offered, not imposed. And so, you stand now in the moment of activation. Heaven waits for your yes. Heaven listens for your surrender. Heaven watches for your obedience. You must understand, every destiny in the kingdom of God requires activation. It is not enough to hear the call. It must be answered. It is not enough to sense the shield. It must be received. It is not enough to tremble in awareness. You must step into alignment. For the shield is yours if you yield. The covering is yours if you bow, and the destiny is yours if you obey. The Lord declares, "I set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Choose life, that you may live." This is the hour of choosing. This is the moment where heaven bends low, waiting for your decision. Will you walk uncovered, exposed, vulnerable to the storm? Or will you declare your alignment and step fully into the shield prepared for you? Say it now, not in hesitation, but in authority. I choose covering. I choose obedience. I choose alignment. Speak it aloud into the atmosphere. Let your voice pierce the unseen realm, for your words are not empty sound. They are weapons of agreement. The moment you declare, the moment you yield, the shield descends. Heaven responds not to your fear, but to your surrender. Do not think your destiny is passive. It is not a path you stumble into. It is a choice you must embrace. Your covering is not automatic. It is a covenant you must enter. And once you step into it, heaven secures you, angels surround you, and Michael fights for you with renewed strength. But the first step is yours. I tell you with authority, the shield has already been extended. The destiny has already been decreed. The question now is not whether heaven is ready, but whether you are. Do not delay. Do not wait for another sign. Do not bargain for more time. The countdown is now. The 3 minutes of mercy are already ticking away. Heaven waits for your yes, and your yes alone unlocks the protection you desperately need. This is the activation of your destiny, obedience, surrender, declaration. Nothing more, nothing less. Heaven does not require perfection, only alignment. The covering does not require your power, only your yielding. And when you yield, the storm may rage, but it cannot touch you. The shadow may press, but it cannot cross. The watchers may circle, but they cannot pierce the shield. So activate your destiny now. Declare with boldness. Whisper with faith. Bow with surrender. The shield is offered. Do not refuse it. The covering is extended. Do not delay it. The storm is swelling. Do not face it uncovered. Type "I choose destiny" in the comments if you are stepping into this covenant. Blessing code 6161 is now loosed over your life. Even as you hear these words, there is movement in the unseen. Heaven is not idle. Angels are not still. The spirit realm is alive with negotiation, with battle, with exchange. While you walk through your day, while you close your eyes in restless sleep, while you sign secret weariness, Michael wars on your behalf. His sword of fire cuts through shadows you cannot see. His shield blocks darts you never knew were aimed at you. His presence stands where your weakness could not. There is a silent exchange happening right now. What was stolen is being restored. What was delayed is being accelerated. What was hidden is being uncovered. The enemy thought his whispers went unseen, but heaven has recorded every scheme. Every plot, every snare, every hidden trap has already been noted in the books of the Almighty. And the exchange is underway. Your loss for restoration, your tears for joy, your warfare for breakthrough. Do you wonder why you have felt restless? Why you have sensed turbulence even when life appeared normal on the surface? Because your spirit has been aware of what your eyes could not see. You have felt the tremors of battle. You have sensed the nearness of angels moving. You have been stirred awake at night because heaven was making you sensitive to the exchange in progress. Michael is not passive in this war. He has not lifted his shield in vain. Every push of the shadow, every press of the storm, every attempt of the enemy has been met with resistance in the unseen. And in that resistance, victory is already being forged. You may feel weary, but heaven is not weary. You may feel small, but heaven is not weak. You may feel overwhelmed, but heaven is not shaken. The silent exchange is this. Every weapon formed against you is returning to its sender. Every chain meant to bind you is breaking and binding the hands that forged it. Every arrow launched at your heart is turned back to pierce the camp of darkness. You are not losing. You are being secured. You are not empty. You are being filled. You are not defeated. You are being restored. Even now, your prayers rise like incense into the throne room. Even now, your whispered cries fuel angelic motion. Even now, heaven is rearranging what seemed final, overturning what seemed sealed, reversing what seemed impossible. Do not measure victory by what you see in the natural. It is being forged in the spirit. So be still and trust the unseen. The silent exchange is in your favor. The storm presses, but the shield holds. The enemy circles, but heaven surrounds. Michael wars, and his war is your deliverance. You will see the results soon, in ways that will make you know it was not your strength, not your wisdom, not your hand, but heaven's intervention. Hold steady, beloved. Nothing is lost. Nothing is wasted. Everything is being shifted, transferred, restored. The exchange is already complete in the spirit, and soon it will manifest in your life. Type "I receive the exchange" in the comments if your spirit witnesses this. Blessing code 8282 is now covering you. Now hear the decree of the Lord. What was plotted against you will not stand. What was whispered in secret will be shouted in the open. What the enemy thought would break you will become the very testimony that elevates you. For the scales of heaven are balancing in real time, and every injustice, every betrayal, every false word spoken against you is being weighed and overturned by the hand of God. The enemy planned to steal, but what he took will be returned multiplied. He plotted to delay, but heaven is accelerating what was slowed. He sought to silence your voice, but your cry is about to roar louder than ever. The kingdom of darkness overplayed its hand, and now the reversal has been triggered. Heaven has seen. Heaven has judged. Heaven has decreed that the weapon will not prosper, but will instead recoil upon those who forged it. Michael does not only shield, he also executes justice. He does not only restrain, he also strikes. The same sword that held back the shadows now turns toward the camp of your enemies. The same fire that defended you now consumes the plans of those who sought your ruin. Heaven's justice is not delayed, it is exact. Heaven's reversal is not vague, it is precise. The very areas where you cried out in despair are the very places where restoration will spring forth. Think of what you lost. Think of what slipped from your hands. Think of what seemed stolen beyond recovery. Now hear this. It is not gone. It is being redeemed. The Lord of hosts has issued command. Return unto them what was taken. Multiply it and place it back in their hands. That is why the pressure grew so heavy, why the watchers pressed so closely, why the turbulence became unbearable. The enemy knew his time was short. He knew justice was near. He knew reversal was inevitable. And now, the season of reversal has begun. The betrayal you endured will become the testimony of faithfulness. The loss you carried will become the foundation of increase. The pain you bore will become the platform of power. What the enemy meant for evil, the Lord has already turned for good. And you will not only recover, you will reign. You will not only regain, you will multiply. You will not only rise, you will ascend higher than you imagined possible. Do not doubt the reversal. It is already written. It is already moving. The storm may still rage, but justice is breaking through the clouds. The watchers may still circle, but the hand of the Lord is against them. The enemy may still whisper, but his words are falling powerless to the ground. You are stepping into a season where everything is flipped, where everything is overturned, where everything is reversed in your favor. Type "Divine Reversal is mine" in the comments if your spirit receives this decree. Blessing code 9393 is now covering you. Now, beloved, as this message comes to its close, hear the sealing words of heaven. The shield of Michael is extended still, but the countdown has not paused. This is your final call. This is the last trumpet before the veil either covers or lifts. You are seen. You are shielded. You are chosen. But you must decide. The Lord is not speaking to the masses. He is speaking to you. You, the trembling one. You, the listening one. You, the awakened one who cannot shake the sense of urgency pressing upon your spirit. This is no accident. This is no coincidence. This is the appointment of destiny, and you are standing in the window of choice. Michael has restrained the shadow, but he will not restrain it forever. The storm strains, the darkness waits. The watchers circle, and heaven is waiting for your alignment. 3 minutes remain. 3 minutes to bow in surrender. 3 minutes to whisper yes. 3 minutes to step under the covering of divine fire. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Do not gamble with tomorrow. The window is narrow. The countdown is exact. The choice is eternal. So hear the final affirmation. You are not forsaken. You are not unguarded. You are not weak. You are covered if you choose to be covered. You are shielded if you yield. You are rising if you align. Heaven has already released the shield. Now heaven waits for you to step under it. This is the last call. This is the sealing word. No second warning will come. No repeated voice will echo. This is your hour. This is your 3 minutes. This is your destiny. Step now, and step boldly into covering. Peace is yours. Protection is yours. Promotion is yours. Rise under the wings of Michael's shield, and let the shadow pass you by untouched. Type "I receive my covering" in the comments if you step into this final call. Blessing code 1001 is now sealing you. Beloved, as we seal this word, I must tell you, when you stand with this mission, you are not supporting a voice, you are joining heaven's battle. Every super thanks, every YouTube membership, every PayPal seed in the description is a prophetic act. You are fueling the fire of God's word to reach others before their 3 minutes run out. The scripture declares, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." When you release a gift, you are sowing into eternal covering, not just for yourself, but for the countless souls who will hear and be saved because of your obedience. This is not donation. It is destiny. It is not charity. It is covenant. I declare to you now, your giving will echo as light in the dark, oil in the lamp, manna in the wilderness. Heaven will remember it, and you will be blessed as a co-laborer in this holy mission. Step into it boldly. Release your sea. Be marked as one who stands with heaven. Act now, for the time is short.